I'm Brittany Johnson, and this is Looking Back, where we look back at what happened in East Idaho this week in history. A husband who thought he was doing a good deed, he ended up being arrested. Kind of an interesting story here. In 1915, Mrs. Carl Raedeker of Blackfoot, she became sick, and the local doctor advised that her husband come home to be with her. He was actually out harvesting in the Lost River country. Well, he ended up making his way home, and the Bingham County News said that the husband knew that his wife, on the advice of her physician, wanted a drink of beer. So the husband was going to make that happen. He got off the train at Arco, and he ended up buying 3 bottles of beer, and he even bought some whiskey. And then he got back on the train and went to Blackfoot. Well, when he got off at Blackfoot, someone suspected that he was a bootlegger, and they pointed him out to a sheriff's deputy. Anyways, the man, he was searched by officers. They found the beer, they found the whiskey, and he was arrested right there on the spot. The article, which can be found on newspapers.com, who sponsors this show, they said that he didn't know he was committing a crime by having liquor in his possession for his sick wife. All right, on to 1932. A local fire chief's car caught on fire in the middle of the night. A woman actually saw the car on fire and ended up calling the fire chief. The fire chief and a neighbor boy, they grabbed a garden hose. They were able to put it out, but the fire destroyed the upholstery, the top of the car, and it even melted the windshield. It's not clear what caused the fire. A crazy story happened in 1951 in Twin Falls. Roger Huntinghouse, he was 16. He was attempting to get to the bottom of the Snake River Canyon. Well, he slipped into a hole 1/3 of the way down, and it is a long way down. He got stuck. A 27-year-old and a 15-year-old who were working at the Idaho Power Company generating plant just across the river, they could hear him yelling for help. They ended up setting floodlights up so that they could see the canyon wall, and then they slid down on a rope from the top of the canyon, and they were able to rescue him. It took 6 hours. He was there for 6 hours, but he wasn't injured. He just had some scratches and some bruises. All right, that's it for this week's Looking Back, sponsored by newspapers.com. We'll see you next week.